Hey, my name is Devonna, and I am a student at Full Sail studying for my master's in entertainment business. This video will be for a mastery class on social intelligence, as mentioned by Robert Greene in his book Mastery. Social intelligence is something that Robert Greene describes as innate, something that our ancestors possessed thousands of years ago. The only thing is that we didn't have the actual skills to function as a society the way that we are now. When I think about social intelligence, I know that it's a skill that we have to develop. It's not something that naturally happens, but it is something that can be cultivated. And when we actually learn that skill, it can help us in many interactions, personally and in our career. One of the historical figures that Robert Greene mentions is Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin was a highly educated, wise man, but he found himself struggling in relationships. I'm a Philly native, so I've been to tons of museums. I've learned a lot about his inventions and his success, but I didn't realize how much he struggled personally. And he actually had to take it upon himself to look at himself and to see why is it that he's struggling so much in his relationships. After thinking about it and after having reflection, he realized that he was actually pretty narcissistic in his approach. He was so focused internally that he wasn't paying attention to what was going on around him and to the people that he was affecting. So he took time, he thought about it, and he made a promise to change the way that he dealt with people. Once again, instead of focusing internally, he decided to focus externally and to care about what people were dealing with, what they were going through, and how they're feeling. He developed social intelligence. The reason why I chose Benjamin Franklin is because I think we all come to a place where we are skilled, we do well in things, we are really good at the things that we achieve, but sometimes we miss the mark with people. And just like Benjamin Franklin, we have to take a moment and reflect and see what is really going on with our relationships, what's going on inside of us. So I reflected, I've seen the same things inside of me that I can work on, and I think that it benefits all of us to do the same thing. When reflecting on the 7 Deadly Realities by Robert Greene, 2 realities stick out most to me: self-obsession and passive aggression. Self-obsession, I have to be mindful of because I can get so goal-oriented and focused on my success and even trying to be admired by others that there's a possibility that I could completely ignore what's going on around me and be dismissive of people's needs. With passive aggression, that can be a silent monster. Passive aggression is something that I really want to pay attention to because it's rooted in fear. So I just want to make sure that I allow myself to show up and to be present, even in the midst of conflicts, even when there's things or tension going on. I have to allow that to happen so that I don't dig and undermine my relationships. I think it's so important that we all take time to just sit and reflect. In this industry, things can be really fast-paced. You can be so focused on your goals that you can actually miss what's going on with your actual personal relationships and interactions. So I appreciate Robert Greene for pointing out those 7 deadly realities. And I think that when we sit and take time to think, it might not be pretty, but I think pulling out those ugly realities will lead for a beautiful future. Thank you.